tour. We're driving to this waterfall, and our guide starts talking about how a few years ago he had a bunch of Indian couples come from India. They were also excited because this waterfall was featured in a really popular Bollywood movie. I was like, oh, which one? So it's from a movie called Dewali. And I literally went and I hit Nicole and I was like, I've seen this movie so many times. It's a really well-known Bollywood movie starring Shahrukh Khan. I was so excited to see it in person because I thought that it was a green screen the whole time. I didn't think a place could look like that in the world. And they did alter some things a little bit here and there, but like, it was really cool. The less tourists would have been nice, you know, that whole time, but I guess I was one, so that's okay.
And then of course they had to dress up like that, so you have like these queues of people dressed up.
Oh my God.
Taking the glasses off, like, you know, it's like it's all dramatic and all the things. And of course it comes in, look at that. Hello, aww. And they all did. It looked beautiful, but after like couple number 7, I was just giggling because it's funny first 3 times, remember, and then it's like lame and boring. Yeah, so they had to like we're gonna go there, but I'm not sure we're allowed to climb there. But and then the couple were like in 70s, and they were like, you're not climbing there, you don't do that. And then where was he doing the thing? This is the waterfall that I'm supposed to take you in. The first one, called Skogafoss.
Let's do that.
There you go. That's the shot. That's what they're lining up for. That's what they're lining for.
Skogafoss is one of Iceland's most iconic waterfalls, plunging about 200 feet, 60 meters, over ancient sea cliffs along the country's southern coast. Fed by glacial rivers, it's known for its powerful, misty cascade, often creating vivid rainbows on sunny days.
There's a rock there. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Visitors can walk right up to its base for an immersive experience or climb the staircase beside it for sweeping views of the surrounding landscape. Local folklore says a Viking, whose name is on the screen, hid a chest of gold behind the waterfall. Supposedly, someone once found it, but only managed to grab a ring from the handle. In addition to being a filming location for one of Laura's favorite Bollywood movies, this waterfall is also a Hollywood favorite and has appeared in films and shows like Thor, The Dark World, and Game of Thrones.
That's a big waterfall.
The cliffs behind the waterfall used to mark Iceland's shoreline. Today, the ocean sits miles away due to geological changes.
What song is that?
The Dewali song.
Oh, from the movie?
Yeah.
Apparently we're watching that when we get home. Nice Bollywood 3
I had no idea that it was filmed, that song was filmed in Iceland.
Yeah.
So when you said the name of the movie, I was like, I've seen that so many times.
Skogafoss serves as the starting point for a scenic hiking trail written on the screen, which leads between glaciers and towards a famous glacier, which I also put up on the screen, because I think you're probably tired of me trying to pronounce Icelandic words by now. Off to the right, there's about 500 plus steps leading to the top, allegedly rewarding climbers with stunning views of the river and coastline.
Okay, so here's the deal. There's 2 things you can do. We stopped for this waterfall. We got 30 minutes, right? Waterfall. Can you see the waterfall? Perfect. Okay, so you can go down here and look at it, or you can go up there and look at it. But I don't understand, and this is not me being lazy, I don't understand like the rule of march. 400, how many? 462 steps?
Yeah, something like that.
462 steps up that beauty platform to watch water. Because, see up there is just water. Waterfall. Water. Waterfall. What? I don't understand. Why would anyone go up there to look at it? What's your vote on this?
Oh, heck no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, this is not lazy. It's just this is where it looks cool. Right? Like, waterfall. Waterfall. That's all.
So when we were at the Black Sand Beach, there was a couple, she's in a wedding dress, he's in a tux, they're getting their photos. We saw them also when we were getting lunch at the soup company in Vic, and they're also really close to the bottom of the waterfall to get some photos taken. So clearly they're following us. Clearly.
There's 2 people in wedding dresses.
Yeah, well,
but we're looking
the
at
white one, not the blue one.
We're looking at, where's my finger? There it is, that one.
Anyway, they're clearly following us. We're clearly the trendsetters here.
Obviously, because
Obviously.
we're totally in control. But like, look, there's another photo shoot happening right here. Work it, girl.
Fancy dress.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't bring mine. I didn't pack them all down.
It wasn't on my packing list.
Yeah, it wasn't on the packing list. It's tough.
As I mentioned earlier, the massive mist cloud from this waterfall often leads to rainbows, which we were lucky enough to see before we left, but double rainbows are often common. So on sunny days, you'll see not one, but two rainbows.
Cows.
Like the horses and the sheep, Icelandic cows are their own distinct breed, known as Icelandic cattle. They've been isolated for over 1,000 years, dating back to the Viking settlers, which makes them genetically pure compared to many modern breeds. To protect that genetic purity and prevent disease, Iceland does not allow importing live cows.
What is it, 1 bale for a horse for a month?
Yep.
1 bale for a sheep for 3 months, or 1 bale for a cow for a week.
Yep.
These cows produce rich milk used to make traditional Icelandic products like skyr, a thick, yogurt-like food that's high in protein. They're hardy animals, well suited to Iceland's cold, windy conditions, though most are kept indoors during the long winters. Unlike many breeds, Icelandic cattle come in a wide range of colors and patterns, reds, browns, blacks, spotted, you name it. And many Icelandic farms use robotic milking systems, letting cows choose when they want to be milked. Visitors often notice how calm and curious they are. These cows are used to people and tend to be pretty friendly. Seljalandsfoss is one of Iceland's most unique and photogenic waterfalls, and definitely one you experience, not just look at. What sets it apart is the footpath that curves behind the waterfall, giving you a rare immersive perspective from the inside. Water drops from about 200 feet high and is fed by a river that originates beneath the glacier E27. Probably. This waterfall is easy to access. It's located right off of Iceland's Ring Road, and it's one of the most accessible natural attractions in the country.
We didn't get wet the whole time, except maybe on our river crossing, so now we had to go to a waterfall just to get a little damp.
Well, like a shower.
In colder months, parts of the waterfall can freeze, creating dramatic icicles, though the path behind it may close for safety.
I can't believe I did that in blue jeans.
It's so wet. So wet. Yeah. I feel like I just did a cold plunge.
Yeah, I think that's what we did.
My nose feels like I just got out of the pool. Like I just dove.
My jeans are a darker color.
I can't see because there's too much water on them.
Oh.
But yeah. So there's my. Here, take that. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There's my prizes. Worth it. We decided we hadn't gotten enough waterfalls, so here's waterfall 1, waterfall 2. It's very convenient. This is a nice walk.
Yeah.
Very conveniently located. Well done. Whoever's in charge of waterfalls did good work.
Nice planning.
There's waterfall number 3. There we go. Waterfall number 3. Okay. Cheers. Graffiti stickers.
One regret I have, and probably the biggest one from this trip, is that if we had just continued down the path a little bit further, we would have found this smaller waterfall tucked inside a narrow canyon that many other visitors also miss. I think it absolutely would have been worth the detour, but I keep telling myself that maybe we wouldn't have had time to get there and back for our bus tour. That's all I have to hold on to, because I think this would have been a really great photo op.
And of course, as we're leaving, there's the rainbow.
Seljalandsfoss is especially stunning at sunset, when the light filters through the water and creates glowing mist and frequent rainbows.
Double rainbow as we leave again.
As we made our final trek into Reykjavik on the end of our bus tour, there was snow. coming down. Little snow flurries. We could see them in the rain. It's going to be interesting to see if our last day in Iceland has more snowfall. Kind of don't think so, but it was exciting to see nonetheless.
So are you ready to go home?
I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a homebody, so like...
But it's been a good time.
It's been a really good time.
What's your favorite thing so far?
Running through a glacial lake on horseback, I mean.
You can't beat that.
I really can't beat that. That was probably the best.
Biggest surprise?
Horse roundup, man.
You knew you were coming here to ride horses, but the fact that it's a horse roundup was the biggest surprise.
That was the biggest surprise.
Most unexpected thing that you liked?
Seeing lava. I didn't think we would have time to like go to a volcano, so I just was like, oh, well, I just want to see lava, and we saw lava inside, so that's pretty cool.
Any closing remarks?
Nicole's a great trip planner. I love the clue cards. Honestly, not knowing what was happening was actually really fun for me because I'd be like, oh, here are what I think's gonna happen. And
That's what people keep telling me, which is indulging my type A / control freak personality. But I like it.
yeah,
It works for me. It works for them. Everybody's happy.
everyone's happy. What was your favorite part of this trip?
It's hard for me to say what my favorite part is because I feel like a lot of my favorite parts are like the little things. Getting to meet so many new people from all different countries is always a top favorite for me, just like all those personalities and unique stories and how we all come together because we love horses. I love that kind of camaraderie and atmosphere. I was really happy with the lava show. That was cool. And I got to see Northern Lights with the naked eye. I did want like better / more Northern Lights, I will admit. I was really hoping for like the spectacular like just like greens and purples and everything. And the Northern Lights we saw, like in the pictures, you could see the green, but with the naked eye, it was just like really like iridescent clouds. And if you weren't standing there staring at them, you wouldn't have known they were Northern Lights, or at least I wouldn't have. So it was still very cool. Glad we got to see them, but do wish we'd gotten more. And then the waterfall today. We had a couple waterfalls we saw, and a glacier, and a black sand beach. But the black sand beach was kind of anticlimactic since we like tolted across a whole bunch of black sandy area after we went through the lake. Lake Hope. So yeah, that was kind of not as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be, but the waterfall that we could walk around, that was awesome. I am still like soaking wet from that. Worth it.
If you come to Iceland again, what would you want to do differently? Like what's something else you'd want to do?
Last time I came to Iceland, I had an amazing time. Didn't necessarily plan on coming back. So coming back this time, I tried to do different things. So instead of like before where I did the Golden Circle tour, we went up north and saw a different part of Iceland. And then even on like our day trip today, we did a southwest coast trip, but we stopped at different spots than I'd seen before. So I feel like I've done a really good job of like covering ground. I feel like Iceland's like perfect for outdoor enthusiasts. I'm hit or miss. Like I feel like I'm a 50-50 outdoor enthusiast. There's a lot of things I love to do outside, like horseback riding, first and foremost, but I'm not a hiker. I'm not really a camper, but like I feel like if you're a kayaker, hiking, camping, you could just like camp your way all the way around Iceland, and that would be super cool. I think if I did come back to Iceland this time, it was really hard to pick a horse tour because my heart really wanted to pick the same farm that I rode at before because there was a horse there I just absolutely fell in love with. I don't know how old she is, but hypothetically, if I ever came back, it would probably just be to ride Schnur. She was my favorite and I love her. And I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe I'd kind of click with more of the horses on this tour, and I just didn't really feel like I did. Like they were good, but they weren't Schnur, so I'd come back to ride her.
How well do you think I did?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna ask that. I think Laura did great. She's trained really hard for this, and it's been I thought it'd been a year, but she kept reminding me it'd only been 9 months, which is pretty good. You know, I really thought both of us would be sore, and the fact that neither of us really were after 4 days of riding, but especially Laura, like, that was so impressive. Just shows how much work she put in. You know, I think this was like a perfect vacation to start a massive horse riding endeavor because I do think these horses are very forgiving. It's a lot of tolting and trotting, which is kind of a weird gait for anyone who's never ridden a gaited horse, but it's all at like I think a comfortable speed. You know, they're smaller in stature, they're pretty consistent in their cadence, even if their cadence is weird. So I just think it was like a perfect starter horse safari for her. So we'll have to see if she goes and does any more in the future.
So there was like a couple surreal moments that I had on this trip because I am such a new horse rider. There's a moment that I was like loping up a hill, and I remember thinking halfway up the hill, I was like, I'm perfectly balanced. and I'm not worried at all, and I kind of want to like do this some more. So I think that was like one of my surreal moments. There was another moment when I was running across like an open field and was like, wow, this is so much fun. And then there was kind of one moment that we were crossing a river and my horse tripped, and I was like, well, if we go in, we go in. And we didn't go in, and I felt really empowered, mostly because that was like the horse caught himself, but I also stayed on the horse. So the fact that, one, I didn't fall off the horse, two, my ankles didn't hurt, which means I was in balance for like the whole trip, and three, I'm not like super sore. Like I felt my muscles, like there were certain muscles that I used more, but
which ones?
these right here.
Toasting
right
muscles.
Like bolting muscles. But there's a lot of surreal moments that I had on the 4 days that we were riding that I was like, wow, I've definitely come far. But there's a lot of moments that I was like, ooh, I'm definitely not advanced. It was really good. The horses, I think training with all the different horses that I did, like I trained with Skyla, who's not gated, and then I trained with some like more horses, and like I did an Arabian and a Morgan, and then I did a couple of quarter horses other than Skyla's. Like doing all these different horses really helped because I had to like figure out like how do they move differently, and by having a different horse, like sometimes I had 3 different horses every day and I had to like figure out how each horse moved. So that was really nice. I do miss using my seat and my legs, because in training, when my hands got taken away, when my reins got taken away, I was so upset and I was so like nervous about it. But now I'm like, just like, I don't want the reins, just give me my legs back. There would be times I would like use my legs to try and manipulate the horses and be like, oh wait, you don't do that. I'm excited to get back in a Western saddle, but this was really fun and I really had a great time.
How is it meeting people from all over?
Intimidating, because I'm not really part of the horse world. I'm definitely not part of like the English or the like dressage world, and so like they would say things and I'd be like, I don't really know what you're saying. Is that a word from your language, or is that a word from your world? You know, I thoroughly enjoyed getting to know all the different people and seeing like all the different adventures they'd gone on, and like the different ways that they got into riding. It was really fun. Like we had a really eclectic group. Like we had a polo player, we had 2 team ropers, if you can believe that. And then we had like people that did hunter jumper, people that just do trails. It was really fun.